Chapter 1 Our Poor but Happy Home. Once upon a time, in a faraway place, there was a small village. In that village lived a beautiful girl named Simcheong, and her father, Sim Bonsa. Simcheong and her father lived in a humble thatched house, but their love for each other was warmer than anyone else's. In the morning, Simcheong would go out to the yard with her father to enjoy the sunshine and laugh together. And in the evening, they would share stories of the day by the small oil lamp. "Father, it was such a wonderful day today," Simcheong said with a bright smile. "Yes, thanks to our Simcheong, Father is happy too," her father replied with a smile. Simcheong was truly a kind child. Knowing that her father was having a hard time because he couldn't see, she always held her father's hand and guided him on the path. "Father, there are stairs here. Be careful. Father, come this way. I'll help you." Chapter 2 Filial Simcheong. Simcheong always did her best for her father. When she went to the village market, she looked for things that her father would like. "Uncle, how much is this grain?" Simcheong asked the merchant. "Ah, Simcheong, take whatever is good for your father's health," the merchant uncle said kindly. All the villagers knew about Simcheong's filial piety, so they always helped her. "Simcheong, take this. Give it to your father." "Simcheong, you're such a good child." Simcheong was grateful to these villagers and took even better care of her father. She did all the housework by herself and always made sure her father could rest comfortably. Chapter 3 Father's Worry. But Father Sim Bonsa was always heavy-hearted. He thought that his daughter Simcheong was suffering because of his blindness. "Ah, how hard must it be for Simcheong because I'm like this," Father muttered to himself. "If only I could see, I would do anything for Simcheong." Father clasped his hands and prayed to heaven. "Heaven, if I could see, I would do anything for my daughter. I would even pay 1,000 nayang." Chapter 4 An Impossible Promise. Then a matchmaker came to the village. "Mr. Sim Bonsa, I heard there's a way to restore your sight." The matchmaker said. "Really? How can I do that?" Father knelt down and asked. "They say if you offer a sacrifice to the Indonsu, you can regain your sight. But that sacrifice must be a human being," the matchmaker said in a sad voice. Father was shocked. "A human sacrifice? That's impossible. No matter how much I want to see, I can't do such a thing." Chapter 5 Simcheong's Decision. But Simcheong secretly overheard the conversation between her father and the matchmaker. She sat by the small oil lamp and thought deeply. "If Father could see, I would gladly become the sacrifice," Simcheong muttered in a small voice. Simcheong shed tears and made up her mind. "For Father's sake, I will go to the Indonsu. If Father can live happily, I will gladly do that." Chapter 6 The Day of Departure. Finally, that day came. Simcheong secretly boarded a ship heading to the Indonsu. All the villagers gathered to see her off. "Simcheong, do you really have to go?" the village elders asked worriedly. "Yes, I must go for Father's sake," Simcheong answered firmly. "Then we'll tell your father about you," the villagers said. As the ship began to sail, Simcheong waved her hand toward the village and said goodbye. "Goodbye everyone. Please tell Father about me." Chapter 7 Prayer on the Sea. The ship finally arrived at the middle of the Indonsu. Simcheong clasped her hands and prayed on the ship. "Heaven, since I am offering my body for my father, please let my father's eyes be opened. And please let my father live happily." Rough waves rolled and seagulls flew around. But Simcheong wasn't afraid at all. Her love for her father made her strong. Chapter 8 Throwing herself into the Indonsu. "Father, I love you. Live happily." Simcheong shouted her last words and threw herself into the Indonsu Sea. Waves crashed loudly, and seagulls cried sadly, as if they knew Simcheong's heart. The sea embraced Simcheong. But this story doesn't end here. Chapter 9 Into the Deep Sea. Simcheong sank deep into the sea. Her skirt fluttered in the water, and mysterious light seeped in. "Where is this? Am I dead?" Simcheong wondered. But strangely, she could breathe. She could move comfortably even underwater. Chapter 10 The Appearance of the Dragon King's Palace. Suddenly, a magnificent palace appeared before her. It was a beautiful Dragon King's palace decorated with coral and pearls. Golden pillars glittered, and fish swam around the palace. "Wow, what a beautiful place," Simcheong exclaimed. The Dragon King's palace was the most beautiful place in the sea. The coral garden was filled with colorful sea flowers, and pearl-made lamps gave off a soft light. Chapter 11 Meeting the Dragon King. When she entered the Dragon King's palace, the majestic Dragon King was sitting there wearing a golden dragon robe. Simcheong knelt before the Dragon King and bowed. Dragon King, hello. I am Simcheong. Ah, Simcheong. I heard that you were willing to sacrifice your life for your father. What amazing filial piety, the Dragon King said. Yes, if father could see, I would gladly offer this body. Simcheong said sincerely. Chapter 12 The Dragon King's Gift. The Dragon King was greatly moved by Simcheong's heart. I cannot let such a kind-hearted child go like this. The Dragon King handed Simcheong a beautiful pearl box. This is a gift I give you because I was moved by your filial piety. When Simcheong opened the box, there was a shining pearl inside. Wow, it's so beautiful. Thank you. This pearl has special power. It will help you achieve what you desire. The Dragon King said. Chapter 13 Reborn in a Lotus Flower. Suddenly, a large lotus flower bloomed around Simcheong, and Simcheong rose back to the world above in that lotus flower. Oh, I'm alive again. Simcheong rejoiced. The lotus flower was beautifully blooming, and Simcheong could rest comfortably inside it. It was like dreaming. Chapter 14 Arriving at the royal palace. The lotus flower drifted all the way to the royal palace. The magnificent tiled roof palace glittered in the sunlight. This is the royal palace. Simcheong marveled. The royal palace was truly magnificent and beautiful. Tall pillars and splendid roofs sparkled in the sunlight. Chapter 15 Meeting the Emperor. The emperor was surprised to see Simcheong. What a beautiful girl appearing from within a lotus flower. Simcheong bowed before the emperor. Your Majesty, hello. I am Simcheong. Simcheong, I know all about what you did for your father. What wonderful filial piety, the emperor said. Yes, I did it because I love my father. Simcheong answered humbly. Chapter 16 A Magnificent Wedding. The emperor decided to marry Simcheong. Simcheong wore a splendid traditional wedding dress and stood next to the emperor. It's like a dream, Simcheong said. The wedding was truly magnificent and beautiful. Palace maids danced beautifully, and music filled the air. Chapter 17 Becoming the Empress. Finally, Simcheong became the empress. Palace maids served by her side. Your Majesty, congratulations, the palace maids said. Even after becoming empress, Simcheong remained humble and kind. I will help everyone live happily. Simcheong said. Chapter 18 Inviting Father. Simcheong decided to bring her father to the palace first. Palace maids went to the village to bring Sim Bangsa. Father, come to the palace. The empress is waiting for you. The palace maids said. Sim Bangsa was shocked. The empress? Our Simcheong became the empress? Father asked with a disbelieving expression. Chapter 19 The Touching Reunion of Father and Daughter. In the palace courtyard, Simcheong and her father met again. Simcheong hugged her father and shed tears. Father, I missed you so much. Simcheong said. Simcheong, you really became the empress. Father also shed tears and said. Father, now live with me in the palace. Don't suffer anymore. Simcheong said. Chapter 20 A miracle happens. Then something amazing happened. Father's eyes were opened. What? I can see. Simcheong, I can see you. Father said with a bright smile. Father, really? You can see? Simcheong rejoiced and said. Yes, I can really see. Our Simcheong is so beautiful. Father looked at Simcheong's face and said. Epilogue A happy ending. Simcheong's sincere filial piety eventually moved the world and brought great fortune. Father regained his sight, and Simcheong became the empress, loved by everyone. The lesson, a sincere heart is always rewarded, was left behind. And Simcheong and her father lived happily ever after. And Simcheong, as empress, performed many benevolent deeds for the people. Everyone loved Simcheong, and her filial piety spread throughout the world, making many people love their families even more. Everyone, how was Simcheong's story? If you want to hear more touching stories like this, please subscribe, like, and cheer us on with comments. Your support gives us the strength to create better stories. Please also set up notifications. I'll let you know first whenever a new fairy tale is uploaded. Don't forget to love your family too. A sincere heart always returns as a beautiful result.